Welcome, everybody, to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, on a Friday night. And this is the third show this week. It's Pulp Cultures. I got some Steeler news. I got some wrestling stuff. And it's by myself because last week we had a whole bunch of people in the studio. We had a Mania Mega Cast pick show. We got a lot of stuff going on. It is the holiday season. And let me get to the social media as I speak here because God only knows. It's so slow. It's like a delay, and I need to get the right banner in. I don't have the right banner because I do 17 things. If you guys haven't checked out me and Shane and Rich Smokes NFL picks, college picks last night, I just want to say that I took Chicago Bears again, and they beat the Carolina Panthers. I just want to say that. And I know Rich he gets upset when I pick Chicago, but hey, it is what it is. So there. Okay, good. I got the back screen good. I got so many screens on this side, it's unreal. Just doing a whole bunch of stuff. I have so many shows, I don't even know what I do anymore. Sometimes it's overkill, but you know what? I like doing it. I have a lot going on, and I'm trying to get to Facebook. Shane, what's up, brother? How you doing? So yeah, it's a little slow here. It's a Friday night. Um, it's by myself. We are going to have a year-end best of 2023. I do have some categories that hello Shane, special field correspondent. Um, these are the ideas that I have for the 2023 year-end show, the best of 2023. I'm going to bring the guys on the cast, the Mega Mania cast panel. Larry Stewart, thank you for tuning in to the experience, the flagship. Ralph Williams, how you doing? Ralph Williams of many shows, Beaver County's own Ralph Williams. Also host yesterday at 4 o'clock during the drive-by. We had this going on. Let me get to the right screen here because I'm a producer now too. We had this show yesterday, Wrestle Talk across the country, with the producer host Mark Mancini, host Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, and myself. We had almost 600 listeners yesterday. This is a radio station. This is a radio show that's all across the United States. So, hey, Ralph, you're doing well. That's awesome. Benjamin, thanks for tuning in. Ryan, hello. Tell your other half I said hello. Yeah, I'm just doing a lot of stuff, and it gets to be it's the holiday stuff. So we got Thanksgiving. We had to get some flexible on the shows. So like I said yesterday, I am very flexible on my shows. Because I can run the formats, and if stuff happens when I do have people on, things happen where it's family, work, or it is the holidays and people got to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm okay. Um, you know what I mean? And I got a plan. I got a planner, and I'm doing stuff, but I don't know when we're gonna do the year end best of. But we are gonna pick. I do have a couple selections. If you guys can think of something, write it down. Send me a message or whatever, so you can get our best of, and hopefully you guys can play along. One is going to be the best movie that I or anybody on the panel has seen during the year of 2023. The best TV show, the best sports moment in anybody's opinion. It could be anything. It could be high school, professional, amateur. It could be any sport, anything. That is anybody's best sports moment. Thank you, Joe. Ralph says, you're invited to my year-end show, January 2nd, Beaver County Radio, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Oh, well, thank you so much. And I believe, Ralph, if I'm not mistaken, let me get to, and Ralph, you got so many shows. It's crazy. But I will be on the after the Steeler game. Ralph Williams will have after the Steeler game, 20 minutes after the Steeler game against the Packers. He has a post game show. Brian Yeager, Lumberjack, love you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Joe, thank you, love you too. Yeah, guys, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the likes, all the shares. Doing podcasting is very, very hard, but I like doing it. Big Matt, what's up, brother? Hopefully you're not in the gym, man, taking it easy. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I like to talk about Steelers, like to talk about pulp culture, I like to talk about wrestling, and I sometimes I go on a tirade sometimes and you actually use this format actually to vent. And it's quite entertaining, I believe. Uh, hello, how you doing today, Sabrina? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, the post game with Ralph Williams, 20 minutes right after the game. So let's get into real quick, like I said, and also we're gonna do the best pro wrestler of the year, best personal moment in their own personal life from the Mania Mega Panel. Me, Shane, Donnie, Chris, Rich Smoke, Larry, and Khalil. And if Danny can make it because Danny's been working. Danny. Yeah, Brian, love you, man. Have a great night. Yeah, let's run the ball this weekend and score on our first series would be great. Would be awesome. So if I could think of maybe 7 or 8 topics for the year-round show, I'm looking to get probably Emily and maybe Ben to come on. I haven't talked to them yet, and they can play along with their best of 2023. And I know they've been playing a lot at Spaghetti Benders on Friday night. They've been getting a couple gigs, but they always have an open invitation. And for that year-round show, the year-ending show, I like to bring them in on the studio and actually have some live music performance again. I thought that was great for my birthday party. I thought that was good in July, you know. So I mean, it's LA Night starting my radio show. All right. Yeah, LA Night's on right now. But yeah, if anybody can think of a little bit more topics for the best of, throw me a line. I'll be more than happy to get them in. Maybe if we can do the top 6 or 7, maybe, because it's going to be 7 of us giving our top picks. So we do a round robin. It could take hours for us to do. Okay, Joe, Tom Brady owning the Steelers is thank you. Is my absolute favorite. I'm sure it is Bubba's as well. Tom Brady TB12 is an asshole and is not my favorite of all time. And we've been doing this for many years, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, Tom had our number, man. Pissed me off many times. I'm glad I retired. I'm so glad I retired. So glad. Jason Reese from Extreme Wrestling Podcast. Hello, brother. Hey, guys. And also, since those guys pop in on my podcast, I try to give them a plug. Now, I will not be on Friday night, November 24th. I know Friday night is my time to shine. This is the flagship of all my shows. This is the longest show that I've had in podcasting. This is the show. Now, I do the Steelers shows on Wednesday, and we do the NFL picks and college picks. We do the WWE pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-view picks. I do a lot of stuff on the Triple B Experience. But this show, the Triple B Experience, is the flagship of the whole enchilada. November 24th. I am taking that day off because Pro Wrestling Extreme Podcast has a huge show, and it doesn't do me a 1 ounce bit of good to do a show when they're doing a show. That is like an independent wrestling promotions running shows in the same town at the same fucking time, which is totally fucking stupid. And if I catch some heat with some people, you know what? I really just I don't care. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to do that. I'm a guest. I'm going to be a guest on the show, because those guys do Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. Larry and JJ and Jason, they do they do a lot of stuff in the J-Town area. They're fans of wrestling. They love wrestling. They like to have a good time. They kid around with each other. It's a funny show. It's a good show. And they also do the Hey Guy podcast where they talk about some topics and do some sports. But like I said, November 24th, the Triple B Experience will be on hiatus. Maybe I'll do something earlier. Really, what I'll probably do would do a Survivor Series pick show with the Mania cast earlier in the week because Survivor Series is that Saturday, the 25th. So, and it's not, well, Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I'm not going to be able to do any podcasting Thursday. Nobody's going to, God bless America. My wife would kill me if I do a podcast on Thanksgiving, our first Thanksgiving as, a married couple, and she would kill me. And my bags would be packed and it'd be on the porch. So I'm not doing that. But November 24th, Larry, JJ, and Jason are going to do this. Shooting with the Shitheads, November 24th, 8 p.m. bell time. They have a huge lineup. Reese, JJ, Larry have a huge, huge lineup. And a lot of us from the Triple B Experience Show will be on as a guest. So thank you. Bella, hello. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I think it's just wrong. I think when people do that, that's just them being an asshole. You know what I mean? There's a lot of the pie of the podcasting world to go around. I do not have to be an asshole and run a show the same time that Larry and them guys are running a show. And that was no one asked me. No, Larry didn't ask me or anything. It was my idea. And I'm stepping off because these guys have been planning this for about a month now. They got good stuff going on. Bobby Roofner, what's up, Bob? I see you on, and congratulations on getting your business license, Bob. And I want to do an interview with you, Bob, and you can explain to the population, because, in Indiana County and across the podcast and internet world, on your business, on how you did it and why you did it. And you're entertaining as fuck, Bob. And I want to get you on for an interview to talk about Barbecue Bob. So I hope, you get some time. We can do it. We can record it. And I just want to get it out there, brother. I think you're doing great stuff. Anybody that takes a chance doing a small business, man, my hats off to you, Bob. You've been working your ass off for years. And I know I put it on Facebook. I shared it. He got the license and he's ready to rock and roll with his food truck. And he'll be kicking ass and taking names. So, Bob, if you're still on, I'll be in touch with you. We're going to get an interview. Two MC boys just shooting a shit and you just talking food, brother. Joe Betts, thanks for tuning in. Oh, Joe, thank you for, yes. Oh, my second princess will be born on the 24th, so enjoy your time, brother. Todd, thanks for tuning in. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys, and I appreciate all you guys tuning in, man. Hey, I don't know how the algorithms go. I don't know how the shares go. I don't know how all the likes go. I don't even care. That is insignificant in what I'm trying to do. As long as if I entertain one soul, I'm already ahead of the game. So hopefully you guys can give me some ideas for the year-end show. I know Shane's got some ideas, and he probably got 7 best movies of 2023 and 25 TV shows, but that's what we're doing. The best movie, the best TV show, the best sports moment, amateur, high school, professional, any team, anything or whatever. Best pro wrestler, because we do a lot of wrestling picks, and the best personal moment in 2023 so far. If anybody can think of some more, you guys want to play along, I got to figure out a date to do that, because Christmas is also coming too, and people have Christmas parties and stuff to do. So, yes. All right. We'll bring food and talk and eat. Yeah. Maybe we could do it downstairs, Bobby. We could do it at the bar. That'd be good. Tom Brady's best wins were Pittsburgh. Yeah, I know. Well, thanks, Bob. I try, but you do a great job too, brother. So, okay, Shane, what do you got here? Shane, it's hard to, everything is shit. Well, the actor strike is done. So everything is going to be delayed now because everything was supposed to be out in this coming year is going to be delayed for, 2025. So, and one of the shows, actually, I just seen this today and I copied it down is this, and I'll get to some independent wrestling here in a bit. Look at that. Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie for 2024 as of yet. Captain America 4 Brave New World has to have reshoots, so that's not coming out till 2025. The Fantastic Four 2025, they haven't even announced the cast yet, but they probably will since the strike is over. They've been holding that back, people. The Thunderbolts was supposed to be out this year. Now it's going to be, well, maybe early 2024, maybe 2025. And Blade is on a 10-year run. So, I mean, it's just delayed a lot of stuff. I will be 60 years old by the time I see Blade. Joe says, I'm really looking forward to Terrifier 3. I never heard of Terrifier 1 and 2. Emily, thanks for tuning in. I don't know if you caught this. We are going to do a year-end show, and I'd like to have you and Ben come on with your best movies, best TV shows, best sports moment, best wrestlers. We're going to have all this stuff, and I want you guys to come on and see if you guys want to do some music while you guys play along with the best of. So, okay, all right. I'll get the date set up. And I got to get the cue for the best of questions. You and Ben can play along too. While we do. And plus, it's Christmas, so it'll be cool to do like one Christmas tune, and hopefully you have a couple original tunes too. That'll be great. And I know you guys play at Spaghetti Benders, and you guys are getting booked all over the place. And I know it might be busy, but I wanted to ask you guys first to come on, because I know you guys been doing a whole bunch of stuff. I've been sharing it and stuff like that. But like I said, all these MCU movies are delayed. And honestly, guys, I'm talking a lot pop culture tonight. I got stuff on my notes. I'm going crazy because it's by myself, and I'm just talking to you guys at the same time. Like Stranger Things, by the time that season goes, those kids are going to be 35 years old collecting a Social Security check. So they'll probably have to de-age them. I don't know when that season will be coming out. Probably 2026. So, and they had Echo, the Walt Disney Disney Plus show Echo, which was this. She was on Hawkeye. They brought the Kingpin is alive. If you're a Marvel Disney Plus guy, he got shot in the eye. And they're getting a little bit more gruesome. It's going to have that Netflix appeal like Daredevil, The Punisher, and stuff like that. When they're snapping necks on Disney Plus, it's not kid appropriate. So, and it shouldn't be. No offense, anybody that has kids, it's not for kids, and that's the way it should be. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Yes. Joe Betts says yes. Yalmer Yager will have his number retired. It's a good day for hockey. Yeah, good old Yager, man, when he used to be underage going up to Coney Island and getting served. I wish they would have signed Yager, because he was still playing in his 50s. He's still playing now. Just sign him for a 1-year deal, and maybe it's just sign him for one day. That would be great. Oh, you're excited for Echo too. I like that kind of stuff. I'm not a big I don't have too much of her in the comic book stuff, Emily, but I think the actress who does that is good. And if nobody likes the actor who's playing the Kingpin, then I don't know what your issue is, because that was at one time the best MCU villain, better than Thanos, I believe. Because really, Thanos is a god and godly powers, and all he did was snap his fingers and had the Infinity Gauntlet. Kingpin didn't have any of that. He just had being abused and just pure ruthlessness, Hey, T. Ranchla, Barbados. Thank you so much, T. God bless you. I'm just living a dream, brother. I'm just living a dream. I seen your vacation stuff, man. Enjoy. Let's see here. Yes, I agree, Shane. But John Berthenol will be coming. They will be doing that. There is a scene where Daredevil is in Echo. And Emily, you could probably you can vouch for me on this if you watch the trailer, which I know you did, because I watched it like 2 to 3 times already, and I seen him coming in. So they're gonna have, and they had to reshoot Daredevil because they didn't like how it was getting done. So they did that so they can incorporate that, because what they're doing now, ladies and gentlemen, Disney Plus and Marvel and MCU are not putting out shit stuff now. They got all the stuff that's coming out. Like, I'm going to go see the Marvels tomorrow. I'm going to take the wife and we're going to go, because the people have been spoiling the shit out of it on the internet. and I'm trying to stay away from it. And I don't like to do that. I mean, look, I know, stuff's going to happen, but I don't want to go to a movie and already know the outcome because it's just, it's dumb. If you watch it a second time, it's a little easier, but also, this, this is, I've been hearing terrible reviews about this movie. Okay. Now, Brie Larson, I am not a Brie Larson fan. I am not a Kamala Khan comic book fan. Now because they made her a mutant, but I am a Monica Rambeau fan. I have her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16 when she got her powers because she was the original first Captain Marvel. Look it up because it's true. Oh, I, Bubba, if you like gory flicks, watch Madman Pondo Pointed Me. Okay, I'll have to. I'm not a big horror person. We had our horror show top 10. My top 10 number one horror movie was Willard, the original Willard, because I hate rats. Okay, Todd. Todd's daughter said she saw the Marvels and it was really good. Okay. I can't listen to anything on the internet. I want to form my own opinion and I want to go. And Emily, I hope everything from now is good because ladies and gentlemen, if you guys did not see the last season episode of Loki 2, you are missing out. And that's why I think Emily is stating this. It is so good. They have interwove season 2 into probably could be the best Disney Marvel show ever. Just the way it was done, just the way Loki and, all those characters interacted with everything. Yes, I agree, Emily. Secret Invasion was bad. And yes, Loki is amazing. I'm going to have to watch the episode again because I'm sure I missed stuff. And I don't want to spoil it because it's been less than 24 hours. I'm not going to be that asshole because some people do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it gives me a lot of hope too because I think less is more, Emily. Like when they put too much, they throw stuff on a wall and they think stuff's going to stick, and that's not always the case. Oh, you did? He's now the man. He is the MCU. And that's all I'm going to say because somebody, if they didn't see it, I don't want to be like, oh, they're like, oh, Bubba. I did that one time for The Walking Dead one time. I gave a spoiler out years ago, about 8 years ago, and I felt really bad because the guy goes, Bubba. Well, he called me Brewer. He's like, Mr. Brewer at work. He's like, Mr. Brewer, I didn't watch it yet. And I'm like, oh, I was like, shit. I felt bad, but I'm going to go see Chris Anderson since they really stepped up their game. Well, except for Secret Invasion, Chris. Secret Invasion could have been so good, but they couldn't do it because they couldn't bring all those actors in because they couldn't afford them. That's why they made James Rhodes a Skrull because he was the biggest name that they could have, and that's why they did it. Because in the comic book, it was, Spider-Woman's not even in the MCU yet. Mockingbird is not kind of in the MCU, but not really. And Captain America was a Skrull, and they weren't doing that. So, Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tap Out, how you doing? Ursula, how you doing? Thank you very much for tuning in. Tell your dad I said hello, the warden. If he didn't call you Bubster, then there's issues. Well, that's when I had blonde hair. I'm not a bubster anymore. I'm out of shape, brother. I got to get in shape. I've been slacking, but I did cancel my membership at Hello Fitness. The reason why, a little off the chart here, going from MCU to why I canceled my membership. I'm supporting this guy. This guy is super. And let me get his new logo that I just caught is this guy right here. Watkins Boxing, owner and head coach Brandon Watkins. He had to move his facility from the Renaissance Circle in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and he moved all his studio and all his boxing stuff and his ring in less than one day. The people that helped him out was tremendous. And I was trying to get him a building, like a bigger building that he could put his ring up. And because at one time, I walked into I just pay I pay a monthly membership fee to hit the bags. I got to get my cardio up and I got to start eating right. And I know that's one of my problems. And I know it's the holidays, and I just it is what it is. I'm always going to be a big guy. I just got to get focused and disciplined. And as Donnie Fulmer would say, discipline is the key, because Donnie can pick up Toyota trucks and throw them across the river. So, but I'd hurt my back. I have to stretch. I got to do some DDP yoga. But Brandon Watkins Boxing moved to the second floor above Uptown Fitness Gym. So if you join Brandon's monthly, if you do the monthly thing like I do, Uptown Fitness gives you a discount in the gym area. So that's why I decided to go have both places. I can go up the steps and be at Watkins Boxing, hitting the bags. I can go down the steps and lift weights and get on the cardio stuff. So I just think it's beneficial. It's great that Brandon, he Thursday night he had one of his trainees fighting in Pittsburgh. I don't know how she did. I'll find out tomorrow. So, but if you're live in the Indiana County area and you're looking to get in shape, looking to relieve some stress, or if you have young kids, because Brandon is super cool with the young kids, you know what I mean? And that's cool with the young kids, teaching them athletics, teaching them how to box, instead of them fucking going like this with their thumbs, on the cell phones or PlayStations. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Bob Derry, thanks for tuning in. So, no, I'm not going to be president. My closet would be really, really bad, Joe, but I appreciate it. So, Bob Derry, thanks for tuning in. Big Pitt fan. Pitt's playing tomorrow. Penn State's playing Michigan. I took Penn State. If you've seen our NFL and college picks, I picked some crazy picks. Now, Shane, he does his top 10 college picks. I don't know much about college, but I'll give my picks. I picked some crazy stuff. The NFL, the three of us, and Freight Train. And yesterday was Freight Train's birthday from the Steelers Realm podcast. Once again, happy birthday again, Freight Train. He couldn't make it yesterday because his family surprised him with, surprise birthday. That's what I mean. It's November and December. I'm going to have to be flexible doing these podcasts if I have people on, because a lot of people are doing stuff. And I'm sure my wife, like I said, I can't do a podcast Thursday night when it's Thanksgiving. Chris Ward, Barry Stump, thanks for tuning in. No Harbaugh at Michigan. I hate Harbaugh. Larry Stryker, the king from Johnstown, is in. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. It's a potpourri of potluck of pulp culture. I got some wrestling on the queue. I'm going to talk a little bit of Steelers because I got some news that I didn't say the other day, because sometimes I miss stuff, because when I do my Wednesday show, there's Steeler news, Thursday, Friday, and going up to game day. You know what I mean? So sometimes I have to pop some stuff in. And there's independent wrestling tomorrow too. What's that, Mom? Yes. Yeah, it's yeah, he's yes. Another Spidey Man. He's posing, Mom. Yep. Oh, my birthday is November 20th. Oh, you're 18 years old, Larry, you got to come up with, I'm doing the best of 2023. I know you're doing your shithead awards in December. I don't want to compete with you. And I said before you got on, Jason was on, I told everybody that the Triple B experience will be on hiatus on November 24th, once again, because of this big, huge, epic event that's going to happen November 24th. And Larry is on right now, and he's got a whole smorgasbord of guests, and it just seems right. Like I said before, it's like two wrestling companies in the same town on the same day. You know what I mean? I know I'm an egotistical prick, but you know what? I don't have to be that egotistical. You know what I mean? Larry's working his ass off, getting stuff done, getting people to cut promos for this big, huge show that he got. It's going to be the most guests he's ever had. And all you guys from the Triple B experience, you guys need to jack up on that, jump on and pop in and give your comments and help Larry and the boys out, because they're going to be talking more than just wrestling. It's going to be an entertaining show. There could be some stuff. I don't know what I say sometimes, because I shoot from the hip. You know what I mean? I'm raw, uncut, and I'm uncensored, No, you don't have to thank me, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Both my mom, both your mom and Tammy. Hello, Larry. I'll be listening from the labor and delivery. Ooh. Yeah, Donnie's looking for, yeah, Mr. Tapout's coming at 24. The world beater. I like to know, and does anybody have any thing on how'd the world beater do last week in that contest? I haven't talked to him. But yeah, the world beater, there'll be some celebrities, like I said. So, but yeah, if we can think of some best of, once again, best movie, best TV show, best sports moment, high school, amateur, professional. It's your opinion. These are the Mania Megacast panels picks. And then you guys, if you guys want to play along, you guys can do that too. I will have a list and I'll put them on social media. He kicked ass. Oh, good. Hey, did he beat up his partner? That'd have been good too. That would be worth fucking paying to see that. The best pro wrestler, because we do a lot of wrestling pay-per-view picks, and the best personal moment in 2023. I think I have one or two this year. Matches had to be changed. Oh, from last week. Well, hopefully he went solo or handicap, or he just tagged you, Donnie, if you showed up, and then that'd be great. That'd be something. But no fucking promoter wants to do that. No, they don't want to. But anyway, yeah, let's get to some. Like I said, I was getting off track, and that's good because I do get off track all the time, and that's why this show is whatever. Yes, I did talk about Loki. You need to see the last episode. It's very, very good. This series, first season and second season, is the best that Marvel Disney Plus has. This ending was the best. And Joe says the best Tom Brady moment in Pittsburgh is when he got busted down on Liberty Avenue trying to hook up with a guy. Is that the best moment, Joe? I think that was the best moment, huh? I thought he was down at Club Pegasus, maybe. He was getting a sarsaparilla. No, Joe said the best Tom Brady moment in Pittsburgh history is the best to be on there, brother. I had to get you on that one. Yeah, Brady was a fucking Steeler killer, man. It irritates me. But we did beat when they came into Pittsburgh, Ben's rookie year, though, we did beat them, and we beat Philadelphia. They were both undefeated. They come into Pittsburgh and they got beat down good. So Brian Reddick, thanks for tuning in. That was Kraft, yeah. Well, maybe they were both down at Pegasus, Club Pegasus, getting a sarsaparilla. I know Kraft. No, Kraft would have been at the massage parlor. Him and Guy Junker. But yeah. But let's get to some I got the MC stuff out. There's going to be good stuff. And I can't talk about any comic books because I haven't read any. I just been putting them away and categorizing them and trying to get them in order. So I don't even know what's good anymore. I know Donnie keeps asking me. I still collect the Incredible Hulk. I've been getting Predator versus Wolverine. I haven't even read yet. But I like to tell people when I get stuff, I just haven't gone to any conventions lately because I was getting, stuff ready for the reception. I don't know if I'm going to go to Steel City Con. I know I did an interview with Scotty Schwartz from the Christmas Story. I know he's coming to Steel City Con. I like to, have a beer with him and maybe sing karaoke. I got his number in my phone. I always wish him happy holidays. He probably was like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? They do interviews and they forget. I'm a forgetful kind of guy. Okay, Joe. Thanks, brother. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. I appreciate it. So let me get real quick to some independent wrestling stuff for the independent wrestling fans across Western Pennsylvania and across the world, because these are your future superstars of tomorrow. They are. I mean, you just don't never know who you see. So tomorrow night, it's Rise Wrestling. I should have got a bigger poster, but that's just how it works. They have a big tag team tournament. It's down in Uniontown at 7 o'clock bell time. Get a hold of Rise Wrestling. Here's one of the matches. Is my tag team, the Rad Boys. They're going to be facing these guys, the Outrunners. These guys look in shape. These guys look pretty fierce because it's the tag team tournament, and it's at the Stronghold Union Hall in Uniontown, PA. It's a tag team qualifier round. They're doing a tag team, and also because I support the Rad Boys, I support anybody that's come on a show. And also, This gentleman here, right here, the gavel, David Lawless. He did an interview. It's in the archives. He's wrestling Nor. I'm gonna take. It's gonna be Night Court Saturday night. So that is Rise Wrestling. Brandon Kay, Dean Dalton, all those guys down there at Rise Wrestling. They put on a great show, family entertaining show. And it's a good show. And if you're in the area or you want to travel and you have nothing better to do, that is one of the shows that will be going on that this weekend. Well, it does. No, it doesn't. No, it's not going to suck, dude. I'm telling you, it is good. I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to spoil it for anybody. It is very, very good. And Jonathan Majors is in it. I don't know if he's going to be any more in the MCU because he's going to court and they've been postponing it. And you can't beat up fucking women. You can't do that. So I don't know if they're going to veer from Kang to Doctor Doom because of the legalities. I'm not sure. But let me get back to this. Tomorrow also in West Newton is open season. RWA Wrestling. We got, John Norris. We got the Reverend Ron Hunt at the West Newton Gym. They run it. They pack the place. It's a good show. This is going to be one of the matches. My man, the Rev Ron Hunt versus Patrick Hayes, for the RWA heavyweight title match. 7 o'clock bell time. I'm going to go with the Rev Ron Hunt. The Rev has been a champion for a while. Jessica, thanks for tuning in. So this other match, too, this is my man, Chris Taylor. Lights out match against Devin Devine. Chris Taylor got one of his first matches right over the hill for me at the Rose Inn, Pennsylvania, people, when we used to do the Rose Inn shows. Back when I worked at Rose Inn and the APWF did some shows, and then there was a KCW show, and I packed the fucking house, and they were cheering, woo! And people didn't know, they didn't realize the electricity that was coming from people that follow me. They just don't understand. Back in the day, people used to follow. People used to do stuff. And when you used to sell tickets, and hopefully, buying some tickets and getting some entertainment in Indiana is where it's at. Hopefully, there could be some entertaining stuff here in 2024. I'm sure hoping. But that is the independent shows that I know. But also, too, Pro Prospect Wrestling runs Friday night, and when I do my show, it's later. They're already in, but shout out to Pro Prospect, Emily Doyle. She's a great staff. She's a valet. She's running different companies. She's doing whatever. That's down in Warlington, I believe, in Armstrong County. I haven't had a chance to go because Friday nights I do my show, and it's very, very hard. But I'm going to try to get out there to do some independent wrestling shows. I am, but it's hard during the holiday season and stuff. But also, too, last week we had our Crown Jewel picks, and this is the result from the Crown Jewel picks from this great graphic design guy who does the graphics, my graphics. I don't pay him nothing. But our man, Kal-El, the Wonder Kid, was 7 out of 8. The only match he lost was the John Cena match. He took John Cena. And realistically, I sucked. I was at the end. I was terrible. Look, that kid is a WWE, very knowledgeable. He's a good kid. I believe he got John Cena to follow him on Twitter, I believe. He was excited about that. He actually texted me, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, kid. And I actually took Buffalo this week for him, too. So, no, Chris, I appreciate it, and God bless you. I can't wrestle. I'm not looking for a comeback. I don't need to shed weight. I mean, I need to shed weight to be healthy. My job would not let me allow me to wrestle. I don't need to wrestle. I could still probably knock somebody the fuck out if I need to. I could still put somebody in a cake tapper in a sleeper hold. But yeah, oh my God, I would just be hurting. Taking a bump would kill me, Chris. It's just, Mr. Martello, thank you for tuning into the Triple B Experience, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do this by myself, and I love the interaction of all you guys on the YouTube comments and Facebook, and I appreciate it. I love doing these shows. This is what I do, Chris. I'm done wrestling. This is what I do. I run my mouth and try to be entertaining. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's okay. People been seeing me around my hometown of Indiana, PA, have been congratulating me, Mr. Martello. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was awesome. She's Tammy, my wife is fucking phenomenal. She is the best. And she lets me do stuff that I love to do, and she supports me wholeheartedly. And not a lot of people do that. So I wish she was around in the days where I ran wrestling companies, because she would be the one. I'd have her firing people because her disposition, you just don't fucking mess with her. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I love it. It's awesome. Oh, thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in. So, and like I said, Kal-El, he's a wizard. So we're going to try to do the Survivor Series probably before Thanksgiving. I'm going to get with the guys and do that, because when we're all in the studio, we try to be as entertaining, and I think that is cool. That is a concept that is not a lot of people do that around here. It's usually one person like myself in a studio, or if it's somebody else, or it's somebody else and they got somebody famous in there. And I also do interviews, but all my interviews are recorded. But also too, instead of trying to get name people, I'm trying to get people that make a difference, that have great experiences. And like I saw Bobby Roofner come on, and Bobby just got his business for Barbecue Bob, his barbecue food. I'm going to bring him on because Bob's very entertaining. He has a good following in the area, and I'm glad he got his business up and running. It was something he's wanted to do for a long time. That's why I wouldn't want to piss you off. Oh, no, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I would defend people. I don't believe in bullied, and I don't believe of people getting taken advantage of. I mean, I'd get upset when people, get taken advantage of. I have to, defend the undefendable, I guess. So, but I mean, it is what it is. But also too, I got a couple more topics before I get out of here on a Friday night. I'm going to give you guys this movie that I watched. One of the movies I watched, because I didn't find a picture of the other one. But this is one of the movies that I watched on Netflix with Bill Burr. And if you guys are a big Bill Burr fan, Old Dads was funny. I liked it. I like his sense of humor. I like his stand up. I liked him in everything he's in, from Breaking Bad to The Mandalorian, to, just about anything he's in. He's funny. It's his first lead in a movie. I think he also directed it. So if you have Netflix and you want a good laugh, it's like, it's funny. It is really, especially when they do some stuff at the end. It is hilarious. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I give it my thumbs up. I mean, I also saw The Machine today again. So I always give that Bert Kreischer a thumbs up, because I think he's funny also. And those guys are friends. So they do podcasting, but they're mega famous. So, but yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I wanted to get, before I get out of here, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing the Green Bay Packers. Now, our linebacking core is inside linebacker is down to 3. They have Kawan Alexander, they have Elaine Roberts, and they have Mark Robinson. Those are the 3 inside linebackers, because Cole Holcomb is out with a knee injury for the season. Now, there's been talk today they were probably move to Carrera Carpenter up from the practice squad to add depth to inside linebacker. And they also, when they signed Michael Walker, who has experience, they signed him on October 30th. He's got to get more into the plays, but those two, one of them is going to be probably getting off the practice squad for this Packers game. Now, the injury report, I didn't do too much Wednesday. I think I sugarcoated it and went right through it real quick. I didn't even do a Packers injury report. But the Steelers injury report, of course, Fitzpatrick is out. Freiermuth, I don't know when he's coming back. Montavious Adams is out. And I'm not a big, I hate to see anybody get hurt, but I'm not a big Montavious Adams fan. Cam Hayward today was limited. Outside linebacker Nick Herbig was limited. But LaDainian Roberts was a full participant, because he was hurting a little bit. He's a full participant, so he's going to be ready to go against the Packers at 1:00. Now, the Packers injuries, they have a smorgasbord of injuries. Jair Alexander, their cornerback, did not practice, and that means maybe Kenny Pickett could get 265 yards. Maybe, because that's their best secondary guy. So let's oh, hey, anytime, Bob. Thank you for tuning in. And nose tackle, Kenny Clark. Rudy Ford, their free safety, who I talked about on Wednesday's show, who has 2 interceptions, leads the team. He's questionable and limited. Guard, Elaine Jenkins, limited. Running back, Aaron Jones is messed up a little bit. That's good. That's good for our Steeler run defense. Offensive tackle, Josh Needham, limited. Guard, John Ronan, limited. Cornerback, Clay Walker, did not practice. And cornerback, Josh Myers, limited. The Packers are not healthy, but also the Packers are shitty. So if the Steelers offense can capitalize with Alexander out in the secondary, Kenny Pickett can get accurate and get to a 300-yard game, it'll be a sunny day in Pittsburgh. But also, too, if you want to go back in the archives and listen to what I talked about in the game, because I talked about the Titans, I talked about the Packers, and I gave the score. I'm not going to give the score here because I want you to go back into the archives on YouTube or Spotify. We are on Spotify. We're close to 2,000 downloads. This show here right now is probably the 352nd video in the Triple B experience. And I appreciate all you guys. We've been running strong. I keep doing it. Consistency and hard work is the key. And having a great team when these guys come on, the guys that like to come on. And I love to have those guys on, from Chris Coleman to Donnie Fulmer to Shane Stodmiller with his couple times, 3 times that he comes in. He does, Shane's awesome. Rich Smoke, awesome. The smartest man in Philadelphia. Larry, from Extreme Wrestling Podcast, comes on, and Larry's funny as hell. And then Kal-El, and then Danny when he comes in. Danny's from Connecticut, but he's been working, and he hasn't been able to appear lately because, look, you got to pay for your bills. This is non-paying. This is just, a hobby that's based on love and passion. Maybe one day an algorithm will get, maybe I'll get my tortoises downstairs to get me 1 million views and I can retire. But yeah, please hit like and subscribe. I want to give a couple shout outs to Bob's Pizza, as always, proud sponsor of the Triple B experience. And also, again, one more time, November 24th, the experience show will not be on that day due to the fact of this big show. It's stupid to run against. I'm not going on at 9:30 right after or 10 o'clock. No, it's a big show, and it's like running 2 shows in the same town wrestling. I can sit back and let somebody else, do something. I can just do some other stuff during the week. I'm doing stuff Friday nights. Usually Friday nights, man, I used to get drunk and go out to the bars and chase, try to get, whatever back then and have a good time. Well, now I don't because I'm married, but I still have a good time. But I'm sure, my wife wants to go out on a Friday night here and there. You know what I mean? So, but also too, support Alley Cat Beverage. And before I leave, as always, proud sponsor of the Triple B experience, Alley Cat Beverage.
There's a new cat in town. Formerly known as Clymer Beverage, the newly remodeled Alley Cat Beverage is located in the heart of Clymer. Still carrying all of your traditional beverages, Alley Cat Beverage also offers all of the newest flavors, brands, and novelties, including slushies and popsicles. From the gridiron to the back porch swing, Alley Cat has your favorite beverage in stock and ready for any occasion. Stop in and see the new cat in town. Back the alley where all the cool cats go. Alley Cat.
Great. Those guys, Amanda and Eric, that's where I got all my beer for my reception, man. They were awesome. It was great. And that's where I always get my sarsaparillas, at Alley Cat Beverage in Clymer, Pennsylvania. Bob, I had my first Wapaho from Bob's Pizza when I was out visiting my mom a few weeks ago. It was the most amazing sub ever. I'd have never known about it without these podcasts. Bob, if you got 5 pieces of pepperoni and a root beer, I'm telling you, it's like $12 and like 71 cents. But I know I shouldn't be eating. That's a lot of carbs. I've been slacking. Like yesterday, I went to Santos in Homer City and got an Italian sub, and I got my stepdaughter a couple pieces of pizza. The sub was like that big. It was huge, and I think I destroyed it before my podcast or before my radio show. I had a radio show yesterday. Yeah, and we're supposed to get a Texas Roadhouse in town eventually, Bob. And then maybe when you get back in, maybe the Permani Brothers uh, restaurant will be open in Regency Mall. That's what they're going to have here. So I like a good Permani Brothers sandwich, but like I said, I got to quit eating off the carbs. I take medication to quit stress eating, and I've been eating more lately now than ever. Oh, I just got done ushering the pit game. Wow, you'll be busting your ass. Yeah, I still got it. Hey, I still got to get you on, and we're gonna get an interview, Mr. Martello, and talk about your experiences working in that environment. Definitely. Probably after the holidays because I know it's busy and I know you're busy. Because look at you, you just did the pit game. You got to do, the Pens game and a Steeler game. Three events in less than 48 hours is tough. But yeah, I'll be in touch. You get in touch with me, man. We can do an interview on the life and times of working. And I'm sure you got some stories. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I like to hear. That's why it's an experience, brother. This show's about an experience, and you got experiences. I have a gentleman who's a father, who's a priest, and I tell you what, the experiences that gentleman. I wish he knew how to get on the internet and stuff and get on this show because his stories, you could be sitting around a campfire. He knows a lot of famous people. He's done a lot of good stuff in his life, and he's just a good person. And I wish I could get him on, but he doesn't do internet. He has no cell phone. He doesn't believe in that stuff. But he tells me stories at my employment, and when he talks to me, I sit and listen. And he is 80 some years old, and he looks like he's in his mid 50s, early 60s. So, and he's a great guy, and his stories, I sit and listen to him because they're great stories. He was telling me a story about how he knew Norman Lear from All in the Family. And he used to play basketball and big coaches of college, stuff. Those were great. I wish I could get him on. They were great stories. Hey, brother, it doesn't matter. Hey, you're doing what you love. Hey, I was a bartender for many, many years and I was a pro wrestler, bar manager slash cook slash whatever, man. I just, you like doing it, keep doing it. Oh, and a pit game on Monday night. Yeah, you're gonna be busy, but yeah, we'll get you in. You know what I mean? 2024 after it slows down for me and you because the holidays are crazy. Get you in and we'll get some interviews. I'm gonna get some more interviews. I want to get Bob Roofer. I'm gonna get Mr. Martello in. And just get people. You know what I mean? If I get people that are famous too, God bless America. But I mean that's hard to do. And I mean, oh, you love bartending. I did too, but I don't know, Emily, if I could do it now. It's a different time. Make a mean Manhattan and a perfect margarita. Oh, nice. Well, you know what I did, Emily? It's as crazy as it sounds. Is I made jungle juice for my wedding reception. Yeah, 5 gallons. I made it. I had a picture on my Facebook. It was all in red, and me and my mom cut up all the fruit. We put it in, and my father and Butch drank it Friday night. My father-in-law, and he's like, "Baba, this is not potent." And then the next day it was pretty good because it sat, over a while. So yeah, I just did that because I figured all my friends were gonna drink because my friends are drinkers. I didn't want to run out. And the good thing about it is I didn't run out of beer and I didn't run out of alcohol. The only thing I did was run out of ice because my buddy Kevin Adams is like, hey Bubba, you're low on ice. I'm like, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock, right? Right, Kev? He's like, Bubba, it's only 8 o'clock. I'm like, holy shit, I better go get some ice. Hey Susan, how you doing? But yeah, I mean, and it was an event. It was great. I can't wait till we get some pictures. From Fred Kipp was our photographer, and he's gonna get them done. And when I get them done, I'll post, a lot. And when my youngest stepdaughter, she gets her pictures done. I'll get them. She did the video. Or Emily, I almost passed out when I was doing this I do's because I did. I wanted to say something because the person that gave us away is a good person. She also is where I work, and she's a pastor, and her stuff is positive. And I even know I swear and stuff and do whatever on here. This lady is a agent of the Lord. She's very good. She's very positive, and I wanted her to do that. And she did. Her and her husband helped us out, and she gave us the marriage license and all that, and it was awesome. And I wanted her, when we had a meeting with her, I wanted her, Emily, to say a prayer. You know what I mean? Because she does try to inspire people where I work, and it's very hard to inspire people in the facility of where I work because mental illness and other stuff is very hard. But she did that, and then I guess I was allowed to say some stuff, and I didn't practice anything. So I just said what was from the heart, and my little spiel. It wasn't kind of wrestling promo or nothing, but I was sweating like buckets. It was like a cartoon. It was like a Yosemite Sam cartoon, sweating buckets, So yeah, it was good. I'm sure it's on video somewhere. And my best man had the longest speech of known man time. So no, I just have uh I only have like the APWF belt. I'm not a belt mark. I have the APWF belt where I cracked with my head, and it was signed by Mick Foley. That's all I have. I got a little bit of action figures from wrestling. I got some autograph posters. I have the wall that if you check on my Facebook, I have the pictures when I was doing my downstairs Triple B Bar and Grill. I don't know everything. Like. I try to moniker everything, I guess. What are you doing? What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to keep the APWF heavyweight title. That's the only. I'm not a belt guy, but that's it's nostalgic for me. It was made by Frank Morano, who went as the wrestler Fang, and he made us belts in the late '90s. He made us the heavyweight belt, and I think he was getting ready to make tag team belts. But Frank works in special effects in Hollywood. He does horror movies. He did the animal discovery stuff, the aquarium stuff. He does that. He's out in Vegas. Known you for a while. You're a good guy, Bubba. Everything you do is well. I try, Todd. Thank you. I try. People. There's some people in the world that don't like me because I say what's on my mind and it gets me in trouble. Like, if I see somebody getting fucked over, I'm going to say something. I don't want to get fucked over, and I'm not trying to fuck over anybody. But the older I get, I can't handle stupidity because there's a lot of it. I know I was stupider and did stupid stuff when I was younger, but now, I'm older and I try to be responsible, but that's not the case. I mean, in other places, not mine. I try to be responsible. I mean, it's not like I'm going out partying. I have a bar downstairs, and I just do it because it's where I can bring my family and my friends because it's something because realistically, during that reception, my one buddy, Robbie Mears couldn't make it, and Robbie lived in Colorado. He couldn't make it. He was the only one, and Matt Morgan, because him and Matt was in Alaska, and Rob was in and moved to Colorado. They both moved out of state, so that's the only two really. And you can't invite I can't invite everybody. Oh my God, if I was getting married during the days of my APWF wrestling days, there wouldn't be a place in Indiana County to hold it. It'd be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Getting married ain't cheap. I still got to get a hold of the lady who gave me the hall. She never even called me back and told me how we cleaned it and to get my refund. Oh, I don't like the term mark. Oh, okay. Collector. Well, that's what they call them, though. That's what they call them. They call them belt marks, though. They do. That's what we do in the business. I have a ring used and worn stuff. Oh, do you have like the turnbuckles and stuff? And you also probably get the pay-per-view chairs when they have pay-per-views and stuff. If you don't, you should. Working there, you should snap a couple and put them in your car. That's what I would do. I got the Armageddon one with Batista. Yeah, because some of those chairs are actually nice. Sean, thanks for tuning in. I see you're out of Facebook jail. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. I know you're probably late to the show, but it's also good. If you're always late to the show, people, you can go back and watch the replay. You know what I mean? Because God only knows what I talk about. I mean, I got everything out I wanted to say. I'm just shooting from the shit because everybody's got some comments, and I like, you know, interacting with people because that's what makes the show very interesting. My show's not a debate show by any means, but I can debate. Yeah, free at last. Free at last. Yeah, I read that. That was funny. Yeah, you got to watch what you say anymore. You know, you can't express your opinion because you're no good son of a bitch if you do. You know, but I don't know. But like I said, I will get the schedules for the upcoming shows. If I have the Mania Megacast shows, I'll be picking the Steeler podcast shows are Wednesday. And if I get any more Steeler news on Friday, if something big happens, I'll say it on this show because realistically, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Triple B Experience show was a 45-minute show format, which 15 minutes was for Steeler talk, 15 minutes was for pro wrestling talk, and then 15 minutes for like pulp culture and Marvel and TV shows and movies. And you can't fit all that in 15 minutes, you know. So, but that's because I've been doing this off and on in some kind of fitting format since 2008. 2011 they took it. Wow, that's a long time. I've actually worked in the business. I was actually on a ring crew for RWA. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have the show. I just advertised they had a show tomorrow night. Yeah, I've actually wrestled in West Newton a couple times back in the day. I never wrestled for RWA, but I wrestled for other companies back in the day. So yeah, ring work is hard work, man. I was the promoter and I was setting up and tearing down the ring. Yeah, that sucks. But I had to do it. Sometimes I did it by myself because I had a ring. The ring I had is 18 by 18. I sold it to Troy Fritz, and Troy Fritz sold it to Lucio DeVere. Lucio DeVere sold it to Cato from Imagine Wrestling. I use it as a training ring. I wanted to, yeah, Derek. Yeah, I've dealt with Derek a couple times. Yeah, I wanted to get the wrestling ring back, and I couldn't get it back. I tried to buy it off Justin. I can get a wrestling ring for like $7,500, but I don't know where the hell I'd put it. I don't want to do a training school. You know, I wanted to get something for Brandon. I would have used the box ring. They could have used the wrestling ring for boxing when Brandon had his bigger facility for Watkins Boxing. You know, good old Ken Downs. Oh, Cato. I was his first. I was his first match ever. Yeah, I think I have it on DVD. I have a whole bunch of wrestling footage. I need to get it on this channel, but it's a lot of copyrighted due to a lot of music stuff. You got to blur all that stuff out. So, but yeah, he's the man, and well, I guess he's jumping back in the ring. Oh, so it's your fault. Well, actually, he was a big bad Bubba Brewer fan at one time. I got the video to prove it. Nah, Ken's okay. We, we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but it is what it is. You're not going to agree with a lot of people in this business, in a wrestling business. There's a lot of egos in wrestling business. Everybody thinks they're better, their way is better. They think they're all that in a bag of chips, and everybody's got to put their fucking pant legs on one at a time. You know, hey, with that background music, is that all? Uh that background music. Well, it's I got it off the 8 millimeters, and I got all those on DVDs. I just don't know how Emily from the DVDs to put them on to burn them on to the YouTube channels. Like I got some stuff of Ben, I got El Tiburon stuff, I got Charlie Manson stuff, and I know I've been saying this for oh my god since the dawn of time. You know, oh Kenny's a good dude. I tagged up and I went up against like, no, I wrestled against Kenny. Me and Nikolai Volkov against him and TC. New AI. Okay. Yeah, that AI stuff. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of tech savvy, but I'm not. Uh, I'm not as good as I think. I'm a lot better than I was. I can't Photoshop. I know Kyle L can Photoshop. That kid can Photoshop. Every show we have, Emily, he's Photoshopping me into some crazy outfits. Last week he Photoshopped me as Charlotte Flair. and I think it's funny. And I put it out there too. It's funny. He photoshopped me as the State Puff Marshmallow Man, Iron Sheik. He just comes up with stuff every time he's on the show. Yeah, I know. He's funny. Oh, you just spoke with him Monday. Okay, yeah. Kal-El, man, he's a trip, man. I enjoy having that kid on. And not many people would take a chance and let a 13-year-old kid regularly come on a podcast with a bunch of guys that are, Sam Kinison and Andrew Dice Clayish. You know what I mean? And his mom's great. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'm gonna. I'd like. I might go to that show because I've always been a big Magnum TA fan and Nikita Koloff fan. I mean, I didn't like him when he went against the Road Warriors. Yeah, I know that. He's awesome, man. He's great. He is such a good kid. I rave about him to everybody. You know what I mean? It's just okay. I might go to that one. That might be because yeah, because I would like to meet those two. I've never met them. I've seen them wrestle in the Pittsburgh show when Dusty wrestled Flair in the Civic Arena. The only time that they were there. And I do like the old school NWA. I like the NWA now. I mean, and he knows how to take a joke. Oh, Kal-El, yeah, he's good. He's good. I mean hey, he's great. Okay, if I go, I'll let you know. I do want to go. It's I think it's the second, December 2nd, and I wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to a KSWA show because I met Trapper John at Eclipse show in Johnstown, and that was the first time I met him. He comments a lot of stuff. Great guy. That's the first time I met him. I mean, I love the Rev. I mean, I drafted the Rev and Fight Underground as my first pick when Fight Underground when I had that company during COVID, and that was a good idea. It was a great concept, but COVID didn't help us, and you got to have a lot of finances. You got to have a lot of money because nothing's free in life, you know. Oh well, T wrestles for him, man. I love T. T's great. T jumped on he jumped on earlier. I think he's on vacation. So, and that's why I like to put a lot of independent wrestling on this podcast and just throw it, try to advertise shows. I do advertise KSWA when they have a show. I don't get I just do it I don't expect anything and I don't want anything. I have a job. I have money. I can pay. I don't look for, it ain't about me. Now, like other podcasters that do a lot, honestly, I think they should get like a press pass or something, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's great, man. Positive energy. Like I think the Extreme Wrestling Podcast should get press passes to wrestling shows if they promote wrestling like they do, because there's not a lot of podcasts that promote independent wrestling. And realistically, what's a couple tickets? You know what I mean? If you're packing a house, they're promoting you. I guarantee if I was running a show, they'd have press passes. I wouldn't charge them. So yeah, but hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm getting a little bit over the top, I'm sure, and I can talk all night because that's what I do for a living, I believe. But I wanted to just, I was going to end this like 20 minutes ago, and we started talking wrestling, and then I can jib jab all night. But like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody following me during the holidays because it's going to be a flexible, bumpy ride. I don't agree with you on that, brother, because he's a punk. He's a punk fan. Oh, Larry. Hey, CM Punk's coming to WWE on the 25th, man. They're in Chicago. I'm not going to put money on FanDuel or nothing and parlay it, but I don't know. I said it on the radio show the other day. Punk's coming on Wrestle Talk across the country. So yeah. So hey, look, I got to get out of here. I would chit chat till the cows come home, and I love all you guys coming on, man. I love it. I love the energy. Yes, most definitely. I'll let you know on December 2nd, and then definitely next year we'll do an interview. Talk about all your experiences working for working with the Steelers pens when you're doing your games and stuff, because the job you do is very, very hard. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man wrecking crew. But yeah, I'll get with you, Emily, when we get a date for that, and then also, you could have your best of 2023 also, and then you guys will be on, and then because I want to do it during Christmas time, We can sing some Christmas tunes. No, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm the hardest working podcast in Western Pennsylvania, man. But this is the third day in a row. So I do like 3 or 4 of these plus a radio show a week. So hey, thank you. Good night and God bless. Everybody, if you haven't hit like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell your mom and dad to subscribe, to hang out, to jump on and talk to me, the Triple B, and subscribe to the Triple B Experience. I will see everybody next Wednesday for the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. And check my Facebook because we're going to be flexible on the NFL picks and college picks due to people working and stuff like that during the holidays. So I'm flexible and I'm good. And then I'll be back here next Friday night. I think the boys will be in. I think we're going to do a Mania Mega pay-per-view AEW stuff and talk some pulp culture too. So I got to get with the boys, put it on the calendar. But everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. If you're a veteran, happy Veterans Day. Without you guys, I could not do this show and speak my mind because it would not be free. So if you guys that are jumped on my show are veterans, happy Veterans Day to everybody. God bless you guys. And thank you all for your service because without you guys, without the military, without the armed forces, I could not speak and live in a free country as free as it is to do this and eat some American pie. So God bless you, all you servicemen. Thank you so much for your service. I love the United States Army military. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Peace out, people.